Have you ever tried to snap out of a slump by forcing yourself to feel better and then found that it just didn't work? Well, there's a reason for that. The truth is, we can't willpower our way into a better mood. Feelings don't change first. Your thoughts and/or your behaviors do. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to break out of a slump and improve your mood without waiting for motivation to magically return. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear science-backed strategy to shift your energy fast and get to feeling like yourself again. So let's dive in. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm so glad you found me. I'm Dr. Lisa Marie Bobby. I'm a psychologist, a board-certified coach, a marriage family therapist, and I'm also the host of the Love, Happiness, and Success podcast. I'm going to be giving you a quick overview of this in today's video, but be sure to check out the Love, Happiness, and Success podcast for more, or you can visit my website, growingself.com. Okay, so here's what's going on and why people make a huge mistake when they get into a dark spot and they want to feel better again. They tell themselves, I've done this too, that we need to fix our feelings first. We tell ourselves, I need to feel better, and then I will have the energy to do something. But here's the kicker. Our feelings don't change first. Research in psychology and neuroscience shows clearly that emotions are often the result, the byproduct of our thoughts or our behaviors. They are not the starting point. So think of it like a thermostat. If you're cold, you don't just sit there waiting for the warmth, right? You change the temperature. You get up, change the numbers on the dial, and your thoughts or your actions are like the thermostat for your emotions. So if you've been wanting to feel better before you take action, that is how to get stuck in a crappy mood, paradoxically. So here's what works. Instead, because you can't change your feelings, you can start focusing on the things that will move the needle. Different people respond better to different approaches. Some of us get stuck in thought loops, right? We are overanalyzing, spiraling, or making things worse in our heads. If that is you, you're going to have to manage your thoughts in order to feel better emotionally. Other people, and this is me, when I'm in a slump, my behaviors are the problem. We isolate, procrastinate, lose momentum, or stop engaging in the types of self-care behaviors that have a direct impact on the way we feel. And if that's you too, you're going to need an action-based strategy in order to feel better. If you're listening to this and thinking that your slump is happening mostly in your head, that you are feeling stuck because of negative thoughts, self-doubt, overanalyzing, your way out of this is through a thought shift. And here is how to do that. There are actually a few techniques that work really well. One is just a simple brain dump. Set a timer for 5 minutes and write down everything that's on your mind. No filter, no judgment, but getting it out of your head instantly reduces the mental clutter and gives you more visibility into the ways of thinking that might be creating problems for you emotionally. Another really powerful tool is something I call the "is this true" test. And it happens like this. When a negative thought pops up, like, I'm failing, nothing's working, just ask yourself, where's the evidence? Or what would I tell a friend who said this to me? Think about whether or not this statement is factually accurate. Shifting your perspective and stepping back like this helps you get more clarity, and it also starts to reprogram your brain towards a more positive approach. Now, there's also yet another strategy that can be helpful and Yeah, it's the power of yet. If a lot of your self talk and the reason why you're feeling bad is related to what you're doing or not doing, and you have a lot of judgment and self criticism about that, try to reframe it. And instead of saying, I can't do this, I failed, shift into I can't do this yet. I am in the process of growing into the kind of person who can do this well. This is the type of reset that makes your brain look for a more positive solution and helps you understand that you are on a growth journey rather than an all or nothing, I can or I can't kind of dead end loop that will always make you feel bad. So, these are just a few tools to help get yourself under control if you're in a mental spiral. I shared a bunch more on this latest episode of the Love, Happiness, and Success podcast. Track me down on Spotify, on Apple, wherever you like to listen to podcasts. I will give you all the details as well as some of the strategies that work really well for me and also for my therapy and coaching clients. But wait, there's more. Additionally, many people get more benefit from taking action than they do in changing their thoughts. That's like me. If I'm not feeling good, I need to do something about it because motion creates momentum, but it also has a direct impact on the way we feel and even on the way we think. So here's how to take action even when you don't feel like it. First of all, think about the types of behaviors that you associate with feeling the way that you want to feel, being the kind of person that you want to be, and then committing to even just 5 minutes of doing whatever that is. If it is 5 minutes of reaching out to a friend that you know you enjoy talking to, even 5 minutes just folding laundry or cleaning out a drawer, 5 minutes of meal prep to make something healthy that you know is going to help your body and your mind too feel better, that absolutely counts. And also you'll find that once you start, momentum kicks in and suddenly that 5 minutes, kind of easy to turn that into 10, right? Another fantastic technique that you can use is something called a pattern interrupt. And this means changing something about your environment. It can be something super simple, like switching up your routine, even standing up and going outside for a 5-minute walk can be a really important behavior that can change the way you feel. It can mean working from a different place, playing different music. I mean, slumps tend to thrive on stagnation and feeling stuck. So whenever you shake things up, you are rewiring your brain. Now, the last thing that I'll share with you that can work really, really well is something I call the small wins snowball. And this is where you just create a tiny little guaranteed win, something that you can do that is in alignment with your best self, the person that you want to be, or a behavior that you know is in alignment with what helps you feel good. And this can be something like making your bed, drinking a glass of water, sending one email, small wins, even tiny little things that you commit to and then follow through with, give your brain dopamine, which fuels motivation for bigger tasks, but they also show you that you are acting like the kind of person that you want to be, and that also rewires your brain, and believe it or not, it changes the way you feel. So the headline here is that if you have not been feeling good, you need to take action in one way or the other. And this action might be doing things differently, and it might be managing your thoughts differently. And bonus points if you combine these, right? If you spend 5 minutes journaling, 5 minutes of exercise, you immediately have an energy shift. I'd also like to tell you that this is not my opinion. This is all based on science, evidence-based research into what really works for people. And the things that I'm sharing with you are centered in a school of therapy called cognitive behavioral therapy. This is the gold standard when people show up for treatment. This is the stuff that works. But also, we use cognitive behavioral therapy in evidence-based coaching, which is not the diagnosis and treatment of a mental health condition. It is a framework to help people just like you and me make positive changes that help them feel better, do better, and grow into the kinds of people that they want to be. That is what we specialize in my practice, growing self-counseling and coaching. If you're interested in learning more or coming and talking to someone on my team, you can come to my website and request a free consultation. You can also check out my huge archive of podcast episodes and articles that have more advice and tips to help you get back on track and start moving in the right direction again. And for even more information, tune in to my next YouTube episode, which is all about the differences between coaching and psychotherapy so that you can learn more and educate yourself and make informed decisions about which approach will be right for you. So thanks again for tuning in today. This was fun. I hope you like this. Share this with a friend, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, and we'll do this again sometime. All right, take care.